Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we have a 3v3 Dwarves versus Chaos. Um, I don't know if I quite want to go over all of the army comps, but we'll go over as much as we can. You can see I got a front line of kind of miners and dwarf warriors, and in the middle I got the Grumbling Guard, some firing. I do have Skyhammer and some gyrocopters, and I am led by Belagar Ironhammer. I guess we'll slow it down. And you can see just trying to spread out that encourage aura on everybody. So I kind of have my wings with Longbeards and Belagar in the middle. Some Longbeards in the back to kind of protect my important stuff. Then I do, of course, have the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. In our kind of center, we do have a core of Longbeards, Norgrimling's Ironbreakers holding down the center with the Grumbling Guard, and Grombrindle the Runesmith. So this is a very terrifying little middle bit. Thunderers, and then you can see some Peak Gate Guard over here. So heavy hitters, Armor Sundering, Grudge Throwers. Over here you can see big old main line of Longbeards, like that pick, and then 3 units of Thunderers. He's got 2 units of Slayers, Ungrim Iron Fist, Runesmith, and then some just miners in the back. I definitely like that pick. Just to hold off the masses. Over here you can see just Chaos Marauders with Great Weapon and Chosen. So in the current iteration, Chosen with shields is definitely the way to go, just because they have 29 armor piercing damage. So they have almost equal armor piercing and regular damage, but just far better defensive stats and shields. So it makes them much tankier, while they can dish out just a similar amount of damage just over a little bit longer period of time. Because they do attack faster as a non-armor piercing unit. So these guys are just the regular Chosen, just better to bring across the board in SFO currently. And you can see I'm trying to take them out with the Goblobber, but their lines are so thin that I'm having a hard time contacting, and even when I do, you can see there it doesn't actually take out a unit because they have so much health. Chaos Marauders here. He's got some Word Spawn, Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Metal, and an Exalted Hero. He's got a Gorbeast Chariot in the back and a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Metal on a Dragon. Here you can see just a huge main line of Chaos Marauders, huge main line of Chaos Warriors with Great Weapons. This is Marshall Gray. Over here you can see Chaos Marauders, Mirror Guard here in the middle, Manticore, Prince Sigvald, Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows, and some Chosen. He's got 2 units of Chosen as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. You can see I'm opening fire on some Chaos Warriors already, just trying to thin the lines out as early as I can, because I did see I was a little bit exposed in the air, just because they have so much more air than I do. So I wanted to start using my ammo ASAP. You can see Thunderers are opening fire. Grudge Thrower hasn't taken out a model yet, which is weird to think about. And then here in the middle you can see my Thunderers are firing as well. So yeah, usually there we go. We took out the first model, which is going pretty well. Then here you can see I'm just kind of trying to use these bombs while I have time to kind of spend on these guys. You can see those guys getting just annihilated by some blasting charges. Yeah, you can see the Goblobber just not doing super hot. And then you can see these Gorbeasts coming around. But this center is doing pretty well. You can see, that Runesmith hitting a lot. I've got some miners with blasting charges throwing in the flank. And you can see we've already thrown back the first wave of Marauders, but there are always more. You can see blasting charges coming out here. I do have the Ekron's miners back a little bit, just because I want them to be, use all of their ammo. Scroll of Shielding being dropped, Glittering Robe being dropped, and then you can see the Word Spawn being lit up by some blasting charges, and my Thunderers are turning around to fire at them as well. You can see my Gyro Bombers in the back, and you can see this guy is being chased by the Manticore. My Dwarf Warriors here are going to be doing pretty well against the Marauders. but they'll kind of suffer against anything heavier, like the Chaos Warriors or the Chosen. You can see over here, he did manage to interrupt my blasting charges, but I've already spent most of them. And then over here, you can see the Sorcerer did get flash bombed, as this core will definitely win here. It's just really about the flanks, but you can see they're doing pretty well against those Chaos Marauders. And then you can see these Longbeards getting a little bit overwhelmed, especially here in the middle with the Mirror Guard. You can see these Thunderers having a hard time shooting. Some Miners in reserve, waiting for this flank. You can see these Chosen. Where are the other Chosen? Oh yeah, you can see there. Haven't lost a model yet. 1 kill. But they're going through those Marauders with great weapons. Nice supporting with the enfeebling foe. Then you can see over here, these Chosen cutting through my poor Dwarf Warriors. And then over here doing the same thing. But you can see these Warriors of Dragonfire Pass trying to help just prevent me from getting flanked. And you can see I'm bringing in my Longbeards with great weapons. And I forgot that these guys were coming around. I don't know why. It's me looking at the mini-map. It's just a problem. So these guys are going to come in here and get a nice rear charge. But in SFO, the Dwarfs have so much mass that it's definitely kind of difficult for them to pull through and do what they need to do to kind of do damage. You can see my Skyhammer is helping, trying to take out these Word Spawn. I've been shooting at them for a long time, but they will not go down. They do have that Armor Sundering, which is pretty dangerous to me. Bit of Shades coming down on this Grudge Star. So you can see this middle is going pretty well. But really, I'm kind of getting overwhelmed. This dragon is chasing my Gyrocopters. This Chaos Sorcerer of Metal, I essentially have 2 Lords over here. And you can see this dragon's going to come down and interrupt my firing line, which is going to suck. And you can see I'm turning around my Gyrocopter. You can see this other Kit Lord is going to come down and just... God, man, beat me up. So anyways, I had a little hole in this line, so I just pulled my excess into the back to support. I need my Thunderers to be firing to kill these guys. But over here you can see my Warriors of Dragonfire Pass are winning. And then you can see Grombrindle Hatchel's Own Fear is being popped by my ally. Where's Belagar? Belagar! Oh, he's in here with this Exalted Hero. Throwing down. He's definitely a beast. He'll just wipe the floor with that guy. You can see some Chaos Warriors coming in. More Marauders. But we're slowly kind of cleaning this stuff up. You can see this middle is winning. But you can see, just this core right here is pretty terrifying. These Chosen are all almost full health. Because this Chosen's been fighting for like this whole battle and he's almost full health. Over here, yeah, you can see my Gyro Bomber is opening up on this guy. So is my Brimstone Gun. And this guy does have almost 1,000 armor-piercing missile damage. So just letting these guys fire is definitely a mistake, especially because my Thunderers are having trouble lining up a new shot. But here you can see, get a nice volley in finally. Over here you can see Plague of Rust being used nicely to support. And then you can see these Chaos Marauders just tearing through my Miners with blasting charges. Then over here you can see Chariot got some nice charge in, and then Chaos Sorcerer Metal is going to come here as well. So we're really trying to break my flanks here, and they're doing a good job. I've had to kind of reset up a new firing line and kind of curve my line like this. Yeah, you can see my ally in the middle slowly cutting through. The dragon is coming back to this side. But luckily my ally has a pretty decent firing line still alive. You can see the dragon's going to come in there. Manticore of Shadows coming around, and then you can see this dwarf player beat back this way, but then this blob has kind of turned and is coming through. Prince Sigvald's still very healthy, and that terror they had Manticore as well. But yeah, you can see I'm just kind of getting overwhelmed. These Word Spawn are still in here. I'm slowly kind of running out of ammo. I don't know where my Skyhammer is, but I think I've switched onto this Gore Beast Chariot. So I'm trying to get rid of these guys now. I kind of let them run rampant a bit too long. You can see there's still 4 Word Spawn. Nice glittering robe coming down on these guys to keep them alive. You can see I still got Belgar. He's pretty good health. Some Dwarf Warriors over here. Longbeards with great weapons. But really, I don't have too much. So it's not looking too good. My Gyro Bomber is about to run out of ammo, as well as my Gyrocopters. Up through this middle, you can see these Chaos Marauders are starting to flee. And you can see this firing line still active, helping to deal with these flyers. You can see this zombie has now come over. This zombie dragon, Chaos Dragon has come over here to help this side, wanting to be nowhere but the middle. And you can see these miners fighting brutally. Oh, these Slayers will do really well against these Marauders. So scaring those guys off. You can see these Peak Gate Guard Hammers are in against the Chosen. They will take them out, so you can see they're doing a pretty good job. Up to 40 kills here, and these Peak Gate Guard at 14. But yeah, you can see it's really just that main pocket that survived. Over here, yeah, you can see I've been cleaned up, surrounded. Belgar still around, fighting to the bitter end. And you can see I noticed he was chasing my Gyro Bomber, and he had no ammo, so I was like, I'll take that, and I just decided to flee, try and drag that Manticore as far away from the battle as humanly possible, so my Gyrocopters could shoot. And you can see Plague of Transmutation of Lead coming down simply on my Gyrocopters, reducing their accuracy, I guess. See Belgar just in the middle, all angry. No, will not leave. You can see Balance of Power tipping against us at this point, but this middle player has won, and they're going to be coming down towards me. And you can see it's still a very vicious fight on this side. The Peak Gate Guard are they're at half health. You can see there's another full unit Chosen in here, Mirror Guard. You can see that Manticore finally turned around from my Gyrocopter, so I'll be coming back to chase it as well. You can see they're coming to aid Belgar, to save him. So Rune of Negation coming down. That is going to be popped on Belgar, which is nice. And you can see they're rushing in. He's Chosen. Still got most of their models. 3/4 of their models. 3/4 of their models over here. So you're going to see this is definitely going to help. And then I get a nice rear charge with my Gyrocopters because they are out of ammo. See these Chosen over here. Still got 40 models. So I did not do a good job of really damaging these Chosen very much at all. You can see it's just like a throwdown fight here in the middle. Two big blobs. And our enemies are definitely going to be taking advantage of that here in a second. I bet you can guess what is going to happen there. You can see a Gyrocopter just blew up. And oh boy, here we go. Overcast Pit of Shades, boom. And you can see they're just so massy, they don't get picked up. It's kind of like doing it against Cav. But you can see their health is going to drop quite a lot. You can see my Ekron's Miners came back, and they're throwing into the back, lighting these guys up. So you can see it's going to start routing some of these guys. My Gyrocopter did charge these Chosen in the back. But over here, it's just this like throw down, drag out fight. Hammers and Ungrim Iron Fist versus Prince Sigvald. And you can see those Thunderers coming back, helping out. But with these kind of mobile units over here, these guys won't last too long. But that Dwarf player is giving us time, or mostly my ally here who came to save Belgar, time to clean up this side of the fight, which is very helpful. You can see some Gyrocopters came back. By Ekron's Miners, who actually have pretty decent stats, will do okay against this Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Metal. They do have 36 armor-piercing damage, which is pretty decent. So you can see these Chosen are routing. Between the Runesmith buffs, cycling to stand your ground between the multiple heroes, and then the O-Stone of Vengeance or whatever, you get some pretty gnarly defense buffs. Because like you get the Rune of Oath and Steel, Rune of Negation, you get 36 melee defense essentially always, because You cycle it between the two heroes, and this becomes a pretty deadly blob. And you know, Belagar has, I don't figure out what this thing's called. Mighty Oathstone, so another 36 melee defense. So you can stack your melee defense and your buffs pretty high on a blob like this. But you can see, you know, still against us. We have less men than them. They still have really just flying units, Manticores. Prince Sigvald here, still full health. He's still got his Mirror Guard. 145 kills, 120 kills. These Mirror Guard definitely did work. I wonder what they have those golden shields, which makes them pretty hard to hit with Thunderers. What is that? 70%, block 70% of missiles. So you can see Prince Sigvald and his crew are coming over here to come deal with Belagar and Grombri, good old Uncle Grombri. So we've set up in a little bit of a formation. Grumbling Guard in the back. So you can see all our guys are fresh, which is huge because of these two Grumbling Guard that we've had near us the entire fight. You can see Belagar running into the center of his formation. And Belagar is pretty helpful because he sunders armor. So whatever he's fighting, all these guys are going to be doing extra damage to. You can see I still have my gyro, my Sky Hammer. I can't call it the right name today. But we're going to be heading over here. Deal with these Chaos Spawn. You can see the Word Spawn still around. Still got 4 models. Do they have regeneration? Yeah, so they're regenerating. 176 kills. Nice stuff there. Marauders coming back. These Mirror Guard are just going to be linebackers. Charge right in. Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Nice target here. You can see I already dropped 1 model. And you can see I'm going to go straight for these guys as well because I know they have a crazy amount of armor. 134. Belagar with 163. Which is crazy. Because look at those buffs. 36 melee defense, 25% damage negation, and plus 30 armor. So it's really helping this small kind of Dawi force do what it needs to do. You can see it's not looking very good. They've got a lot of monsters left. They've still got this other lord, and we've got some stuff charging in the back, which is kind of the issue. Our leadership on a lot of these units is teetering pretty low. You can see my units are routing. I've now switched over. Once that stand your ground ends, you just pop the Mighty Oath Stone. So you keep your melee defense up by like 81 for a long period of time. Ekron's Miner's Throne. But really I only got Belagar left. She's just a big old throwdown fight. And this is kind of when it changes. Flash Bomb coming down. All our stuff is routing. And then that Flash Bomb triggers the shatter on these Chosen. And it just lowers their melee defense, so we're getting even more damage down. See my single gyrocopter with Runestone gun still around. Belagar getting a little bit. We still got 53 Iron Breakers though, which is pretty crucial. More Chosen charging in the back. And you can see really it's just Grumbling Guard, Heroes, and Iron Breakers. Ward Spawn still in here. These guys are unbreakable, so we will have to kill them eventually. But now you can see, once we kind of repelled that invasion, took some of the Chosen off the field, the balance of power started shifting towards us, and our just mass buff stacking. So here you can see these guys break. Oh man, it's such a close fight. Manticore coming in. Some Longbeards with great weapons coming back. Prince Sigvald. Pretty low. There you can see he breaks. That is very important. But you can see he's just so much faster than everything he has. He just like books it out of there. Now we just got to turn our attention on these Word Spawn. Try and finally get rid of these guys. You can see over here. Really just the Lord left. The Manticore. Oh man, just such a close battle. And you can see we're just Dwarf blobbing up. We're content to wait. Now we're going to go hunt after Sigvald. And he could just run away and regenerate health. But he's a good player. He's a nice guy, so he's just going to charge right in on us. And you can see 81 melee defense, 113, 81, 78, 100 on Belgar. Yeah, they recon. Oh man, 113 just makes their chance to hit so little. These guys are just gonna start losing decisively. And there you can see Prince of Vald shatters, Chaos Sorcerer Lord shatters, and it's gonna be a very Pyrrhic victory for the Dwarves. When we were playing that, I definitely thought we were gonna lose. Jack was the player in the middle. Royce Hu was on the right flank, and then I was Clan Angren. You can see my gyrocopters did okay. Definitely did some nice damage to the chariots and to the word spawn. But you can see my front line just got trashed. My Ekron's miners really just helped focus down the word spawn. You can see my Goblobber even didn't get that many kills. My Grumbling Guard in the center probably did the best. Jack here, Nor Grimling's Ironbreakers, just MVPs. You can see the Peak Gate Guard, just 35 kills. Some of those on Chosen though, so that's pretty helpful. You can see all those Longbeards doing pretty well. Royce Hu, yeah, you can see most of his Longbeards. This one got trashed, but most of them did pretty well. His Thunderers put down some damage, and you can see his Grudge Thrower, who he actually put these in the center of the formation behind Jack. They did some good work. We go over here to Marshall. You can see, yeah, some of his Chaos Warriors did very well, but some of them got kind of focused. And then you can see these guys just swarming around doing good work. You can see the Chosen all getting a good number of kills, as much as the Chariot. 100, almost 200 on those word spawn though, which was awesome. And then you can see Prattman here, his Chosen doing very well, his Mirror Guard. And then you can see some good kills here on the Chaos Marauders, the Great Weapons. Anyways, great game to all these guys. It was super fun. And thanks so much for watching. That's that.